Hi everybody.
Hello everyone.
Welcome back to our channel. Welcome to our channel if you're new.
Yes.
We are finally here in person. It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
It's been a long
It's been a year.
It's been a year. It's been a year since our last in-person video.
Yeah.
But we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
That's all we have to say.
We have a new
background
set up. Some vinyls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That other thing that I had, she's gone. So this is just what it is for a little bit. Okay, guys? It just is what it is. But yes, we're back. And we're going to talk about Real Housewives of New Jersey. Episode 3.
Episode 3. For starters, this was just like a filler episode, honestly.
Period.
The last episode showed a preview of Teresa calling Joe and saying that Melissa got the number of like their waiter at the restaurant that they're at and has been texting him, and then it turned out to just be a prank. I'm not into pranks like that. It's just not funny.
It was. This episode was just a filler for sure. That's all I could feel. Like I just felt like it was a filler. You felt like it was a filler?
I felt like it was a filler.
There were some funny moments. We'll get into it.
Yes. So
starts out giving a recap of what happened the first 2 episodes. They're still on the trip. So this episode's them still being on the trip.
Yeah, they're still in Lake George. Okay, so what happens is they're still on the trip, they're having breakfast. Teresa states that she is not going to call Jackie because Jackie needs to apologize to her, and then she'll apologize to Jackie.
Teresa is just hard-headed as it can be. Oh my gosh.
Like,
she's insane.
it's just crazy because she was literally the one that started everything.
Right.
Like, she was the one that told all these people at Evan's party that Evan was cheating, which in turn made Jackie angry and say something about her daughter. And I just don't know what world Teresa's living in where she can't see that.
She states that she apologized because she did apologize about saying the rumor, but Jackie wants an apology she wants her to apologize to Evan, but she refuses to do that because she says she was already sorry already.
It's just very stressful being a tree hugger because at this point, you just have to know that you're gonna watch Housewives of New Jersey with one brain cell because Teresa's just.
She just rocks his brains. Moving on, I think
they talk about
Teresa has become an alcoholic. And pretty much they're just drinking a lot before they go on the boat that Margaret's gonna rent for them to get on.
So they go to this restaurant where they see. I think they also have set up, but they're eating, and then there's also a tiki boat that they can go on, which honestly sounds like so much fun. You can go on the tiki boat, and there's drinks and everything like that. You can sit down on there. It looked like so much fun, and so they went on that boat, and then they said they wanted to mess with Joe, I think.
Yeah, but before that, they kind of get into Melissa's life.
Oh yeah.
And Melissa kind of says that she doesn't miss her kids because she's been with them all throughout quarantine. And they talk about how Melissa's daughter, has a boyfriend. How Gia, which is her niece or Teresa's daughter, needs to be nice. Gia tells her that she needs to be nice to their boyfriend because he's such a nice guy because he doesn't pressure her daughter to have sex.
Yeah.
Which is so sweet that happens because everyone is having sex.
Everyone, especially as teenagers. Yeah. That's I feel like that's all they think about, and especially boys. So the fact that like that's happening, yeah, it's funny.
I just love
It's
that.
kind of funny to see how like parents talk about their kids. Like, I never want them to have a boyfriend, or never want them to talk to boys.
Yeah, and then she was also talking about how she's probably gonna have the conversation about the birds and the bees with her, even though she doesn't really want to. And then it gets to her feeling a little bit insecure in her marriage. She talks about how, well, I don't know if she's insecure in her marriage, but
Her new storyline.
yeah. Exactly. Her new storyline. She talks about how it feels a little bit shaky with Joe sometimes. Like when she goes out, she feels a little bit uneasy with Joe going out as well. So she gets into that. And it gets into
The tiki boat.
the call.
Yeah.
So Melissa during lunch.
Yes.
So there's that part where Melissa talks about how she was tracking Joe on her phone and she noticed that he was at a strip club. So she called him and was like, hey, so where are you at? And he was like, I'm with my sister. And Teresa was like, fuck, why would you put me in this? And basically he lied.
Yeah.
To cover up that he went to a strip club without her knowing. So yeah, and then I think they get on the boat.
Mm-hmm. The tiki boat.
And then they talk about, they end up wanting to prank Joe.
Yeah. So then they go in and talk about pranking Joe, and so Teresa calls him and says, so like last night we went out to this restaurant, or no, she texts him first and is like, Melissa's been texting with our server from the restaurant since last night. She was dancing with him, all this stuff. So Joe calls her, and Joe like actually believes her. Like he's like, oh, she was dancing and stuff, and like he was like speaking in Italian, and like Melissa was like, what the fuck? Like I can't even believe that he believes this like joke. And then they end up, telling him that it was just a prank, but he was worried.
Yeah, he was worried. He was
shook
speaking Italian to Teresa, and Teresa was really selling this lie.
Mm-hmm.
Because Teresa is a liar.
So she's a liar, so she's good at it.
Yeah, so it got to that point, and I think that's pretty much all that happened on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And then they end up going back to the house, and Melissa's drunk off her ass. And it was hilarious because she like tripped and fell.
She fell on the
It's
couch.
like a Gorga thing. You
Yeah.
know? Like they just fall all the time. And then they have like a cute drunk woman moment where I think Melissa pulls down Margaret's shirt to show her new tits off because she got a new.
She got new titties.
I don't think they're implants. She just got like a lift.
A lift, yeah.
Which is, and I guess they both look nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Good for
her.
Margaret. Yeah, she's getting things
everything.
done,
She's getting
but
done.
it looks good.
It looks good, yes.
And it's not overdone.
No.
I feel like maybe
don't
a little
think
bit up here. I don't know though.
I feel like someone had said something on Reddit about her teeth and how they're like a lot, but like,
You know what?
that's just like what it is.
Some people aren't blessed with good teeth, and they gotta get
They gotta get that fixed.
They gotta get it fixed, and it is what it is. And if she wants to get it fixed again, she can. Whatever. Don't go for Margaret. Like, that's my girl.
Don't go for March.
Don't go for Margaret, okay? The March. Dolores and Jennifer have a conversation. Jennifer, at Evan's birthday party, Teresa's friend that came tells Jennifer that Joey Gorga owes thousands of dollars to her husband. And Jennifer ends up telling Dolores this, and she's like, well, me and Melissa, these names are really a lot for me right now. Me and Melissa just made up, like, should I even tell her? And Dolores is like, yeah, you should tell her, but like, just make sure your delivery is good. Because I think a lot of the time Jennifer's delivery is a little jacked up. And so that happens. I think that pretty much ends until they end up cutting and then going to the boys. So Joey has a dinner with all of the guys, and they bring up the Joey brings up the prank that Melissa and Teresa did, and they all kind of laugh about it, and they were just like, I don't know, do you remember?
I feel like I remember Joe's thinking like,
oh, I can never get cheated on.
Yeah, like he's like, he just like takes that really seriously. And so he was like really shooketh when Teresa said that. He's like, cheating is a big word and it's a scary word. But that's all I remember.
Okay. Yeah, and then speaking of the cheating thing, they end up bringing up the rumors of Evan being unfaithful, and then Joey, Margaret's Joey, is like, yeah, I've heard that rumor myself too. And then they all go around the table, like Frank, what's Jennifer's husband's name? Bill, and Joey, they all say that they believe that Evan's been faithful. So they have that moment. They have like such a cute bro moment. Honestly, it's like the best part of the show. Yeah. I'm like missing a lot of the things that happen, but like I think like Joey eats off Frankie's head. I don't even know. Like, they're just, they're just
a cute bro moment.
Yeah. Like they're the best house husbands for sure of any franchise. Like we love when they have their moments. Then they go back to the girls, and the girls, Melissa and Margaret, before they have dinner all together, Melissa and Margaret end up calling Jackie and telling her that they miss her, and Jackie says that she misses them as well. She explains the reason why she doesn't go to the trip, and she just was like, I need to be with my family during this time. I mean, like, false rumors were spread about my husband. Like, I need to be there and support my husband and my family, and yeah. And they respect that. And then she ends up saying, like, I can't be in the group again till Teresa calls my husband and apologizes to him.
Yeah. And just like admits that this isn't true. Exactly. Which is like, that's asking for a lot.
Yeah. And pretty much like Jackie's not that mad. Her husband is, and that's why she is mad. Like she wants to make sure that her husband is happy, and so that is why she's making Teresa. She wants Teresa to do this. And so Melissa and Margaret understand that, like, hey, like if we don't get this to happen, we're never all going to be together in a group again. And they really like Jackie. I think all of the girls really like Jackie except for really Teresa. And so they end up coming back to dinner. Teresa's like, where were y'all? And then Teresa's like, oh no, Margaret and Melissa are like, yeah, these names, girl, like, whoo, it's wine. They're like, oh yeah, we were just talking to Jackie. And Teresa's like, I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure Teresa's like, just whatever. Like, Teresa's a little bit salty about that.
She doesn't understand. I feel like in her head, she doesn't understand, like, why we're even still talking about it.
Yeah.
This is, like, something that she's already gotten over. Yeah. And it's like, you started it.
Yeah. Exactly. So, I think Melissa and Margaret are trying to, like, spearhead the conversation of, hey, Teresa, you need to apologize. But Teresa's not having it. No. Teresa's not going to apologize, and I think early in the episode she's like, I'm not going to apologize if I already apologized, because she apologized about saying the rumor.
Her apology was, okay, so sorry, but like, where there's smoke, there's fire. Like, that's not an apology.
It's a half-ass apology.
An apology, like, requires you admitting that you did something wrong and that you feel bad about it. And she didn't do either of those things. Like, just saying sorry is not enough.
Exactly. So that's pretty much that at the table there. And then they pretty much all are like attacking. Well, not attacking. They're just having a conversation with her. But Teresa feels like she's being attacked.
I guess, yeah. Like, they're just trying to see it. They're trying to get Teresa to see it from their point of view, from Jackie's point of view. The only point of view Teresa cares about is Teresa's. So, like, after, like, 11 years of the show being on, you would think that you wouldn't ask Teresa to do some shit like this.
Right. And so I think Melissa comes to the point of, like, we're not going to be able to make Teresa do any of this. Like, the only way that the whole group's going to get together again is if Jackie gets over it.
Yep, that's like what they decided.
That's exactly what it is. But anyway, so Teresa storms out after, like, all of them are just trying to have a conversation with her and let her, help her understand Jackie's perspective. She storms out and just like, shut up all of yous, or I think she says fuck you all of you, or whatever. She storms to her room, and then
all of yous.
All of the girls go to her room and try to like calm her down, and then they
trying to tell her like where they're coming from.
Exactly. I think Melissa is the first person that goes up there to say that, and she's like, Teresa's not having it in the beginning, but then she ends up, calming down and getting over it. And then they have like a little campfire moment, and they all kiki campfire moment, and that was pretty much that episode.
We told you it was just a filler episode.
It was a filler episode. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts? Was there something that you thought was funny that like?
I thought it was funny when they played that prank on Joe. I thought the house husbands were really funny. Mm-hmm. This friend, Michelle, Teresa's friend, the one that says that Joe Gorgo owes her husband. I feel like she's
her real estate agent too?
Yeah, like I feel like she's gonna pop up a little bit more, because I remember hearing before.
She's a friend of the show.
Yeah, before New Jersey was airing that they were gonna bring in another housewife, but I feel like at this point, like if there was gonna be another housewife, she would have already been introduced.
Right.
And I guess she kind of has been, but Michelle is just a friend of her right now, which is. Well, that's a pretty big title, so.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In Housewives land.
Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts?
I thought this was a filler episode. I really don't have any like thoughts about this episode. I think Teresa reminds me of like a lot of foreign parents, or just like a foreign like
literally
person, not from America.
Us being both from families with foreign family members, having foreign families, we just know.
We just know.
Like Teresa asks my mom, like she acts like my mom.
Yeah.
Where they just don't take accountability. Like they just don't think that they're wrong.
They never think they're wrong, which is really dangerous.
It's a very toxic trait, and
it's like we see the good in them though, so that's why like.
But it's hard to like break that generational barrier.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean.
I think that's why we like Teresa, because we like just see.
We see a family member in her, but like at the same time, like if Teresa was my family member, I would have stopped talking to her, because she's delusional.
Too toxic, yeah.
Like.
Yeah, she's very toxic.
It's like, yes, we don't like Teresa. Yes, we love Teresa. Like we exist. Like we are Teresa fans while also dragging her.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Teresa too. Exactly. Like she just reminds me of like a foreign person. No, not even foreign. This is like wrong that I'm saying this, but like a foreign parent. Like I had to deal with this with my dad. Like I always wanted my dad to apologize about like things he said, but he never did, and I would always be like sad about it. I feel like I'm like Jackie, like that's why like I like Jackie.
Right.
Like, sometimes like I am that person in the relationship that I have with like my parents sometimes. So like I understand Jackie's frustration, and I also can see Teresa's frustration too, because I've deal with foreign parents. So
it's like both sides. Yeah, it's really frustrating dealing with somebody who doesn't take any accountability and can't apologize and can't see where they're wrong, because like how do you grow if you literally think that you're always right? Like you can think you're always right, like I think I'm always right, but at the same time, like I know I can be wrong sometimes, but most of the times I'm right. But I feel like Teresa, see? Like we feel that way, but like Teresa, I think she's like, I literally never, I don't do anything wrong. Like you come and test me, and that's when I attack. But this situation is completely the other way around. Like she started this rumor, she spread it, and now she's upset because Jackie said something about her kid. But like that would have never been said if you didn't go around the party with this rumor. And that's just something like she cannot wrap her head around, and it's just like so frustrating to me. Yeah. But hopefully this is the only filler episode that we have this season, because the last 2 episodes were so good, and I think it's just gonna get a little bit juicier.
I don't think I have anything else to say about this episode other than it was a filler. It was cute. The guy moment was honestly the best moment of the episode. If you end up watching it, just run that part, because it's a cute moment.
Run it. Yeah.
But yeah. I think that's it for this video. It's a very short one.
It was a very short one because it was a boring episode. So thank you so much for tuning in and joining.
Cheers.
Yeah. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.